I mean, I know they called it Rainbow Friends, and they only have 5 characters so far. I think pink, cyan, brown could all be possible. Purely just the game name, right? Meh, let's go do something outside. Lovely day. Josh should be here in a few minutes. Let's keep the football around until he gets here. Huh? I don't recall this vent being here. Yep, can confirm it's creepy. Oh, what? Where'd the ball go?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, well, I did have a football, but it's just disappeared.
Oh, where did it go?
Over by the vent. I'll grab us some drinks and we'll have a look.
Yeah, sure thing. Must have gone in the drain. Creepy. Wait, are those eyes? What the heck? What are you?
Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today we're going to be making Purple the prototype, which is basically Purple that's not in the vent, ventless, however you want to put it. We're going to be creating this character that we have recently discovered. So to get the ball rolling, obviously what we're going to do is go straight into it. So head to the avatar menu, then go down to reset, clear appearance, and then confirm. So that would give you this character we've got here, looking very boring and basic. First off, head to the body section. For the head, search for less, which will give you this particular one here, which obviously removes the head, just like this. Next, for the arms, what we're going to want to do is search for boy, and you want to do this to both the arms and the legs. Now, unfortunately, they still haven't made it so you can do it in one section, so we're going to just very quickly go through one at a time on all 4 of these items to get it to exactly what we need. And as you can see, we've already done 3 of the 4 parts. And then finally, what we're going to do on the torso is search for Skelly. This is one we've used quite a few times, and we're going to use it once again for this character, which should leave you with something like this at this point in time, which if it has, it should leave you something like this, and if it has, then you're on the right track. So what we're going to do on the tuning menu is what we've done in the previous videos, which is I'm going to go through all of these, and then I'm going to show you the end result, so you can pause the video to go through one at a time, or obviously just skip it if you don't need this part. So with that being said, I will see you in a second.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I've just gone through all of these and set them as we need them. So the end result will give you something like this. So to get this, what we're going to do is just quickly expand on the upper body width, as well as the right arm, torso, and left arm. And at this point, let's just get it into view for you, and this is what you're going to want set the settings to. Awesome, now we've done with that, let me just minimize this, and we open up the body depth. Now this one obviously is needed to be done, even though it's a new feature they've put in, which I'm sure is great for some of the other builds, but for us, it's a bit of a pain. But with that being said, this is exactly what you want to copy just here. Cool, moving on to the next one, which is the upper body height. Now this one is actually quite far up the scale on both the arms and the torso. And obviously the ones you're going to want to copy are these from here down to here. Awesome, halfway point done. So that means now we can go down to the lower body width. So I'm just going to open these up for you to be able to see. Unfortunately, there's not too much to do in this area. You've got literally the right leg and the left leg. Cool. Minimizing this. So next we've got the lower body depth. Now this one is pretty much symmetrical. You've got the upper and lower of the legs to be 0.20 and the foot to be 0.55. There is a reason we had to make the feet a bit thicker, which we'll find later on in the video. Excellent, and moving on to the last section, which is the lower body height. You just got to expand these 2 here, and then what you've got is the legs, obviously right and left, and again, they are symmetrical. Awesome, so now we've done with the tuning for the body, you should have something like this at this point, which then means we can move over to the first item. So now that's all done, let's go and find the first item under the accessories. So if you head here, and then if you go to the backpack section and then search for crayon, you will be, ooh, if you can spell it right, you will find these 5 items here. Now for this time we're going to need 2, so I'm going to just go with the purple and the blue just because I like those colors. You can choose any of them because they're all going to work for this particular step. So now we've done that, let's head to the tuning menu where we want to put these exactly where we need them. So what I'm going to do is just shrink the second one because it's right in the way. So we're going to set the scale to nothing on that for now. But with the main one we've got here, what we're going to want to do is go through one at a time on these items or these sections here. And this will put it correctly in the right place, which is going to be acting as the main body. So to start off with the up and down, what we're going to do is put this to 0.53. And in the front and back, you want to put this as minus 0.14. For the tilt, we're going to go with a minus 0.2 or 0.2, sorry. So it's just like that. With the yaw, keep it at 0. The roll, keep it at 0. And the scale, we keep at 1. But where we've got width here, we're going to bring this down to 0.41. The height's going to be 0.25. And likewise, the depth is going to be 0.43. And now you've done those, that is the first item now in place, as you can see just here. And it's looking pretty good. Awesome. So this leads over to the next item, the second crayon that we've got to put into place, which basically joins with the one we've already got, so it will attach to the bottom of this one and be slightly above. And this will all make sense once we get further into the video, but basically it acts as a bit of a mid-join onto to the body, which if you see the images, he's got quite a few, but this is the best that I could do. So with the up and down, we're going to bring this quite far down at 1.94. The front and back, we're going to go to 0.21. The tilt, we're going to bring this at 0.12. The scale, we're going to keep as 1, but again, with the width, we're going to bring it all the way down to 0.44. And then the heights, we're going to bring down to 0.25. And finally, the depth is going to be 0.43. Just minimize that. And you should have this. So you've got two crayons together acting as the main body. And if you've got this currently, then you're on the right step and we're going in the right direction. Cool. So now we're going to head over to the next item, which we go to the accessories. On the hat section, you're going to want to search for cylinder. What this will do is give you these two results here. And the one you're going to want is this gray one. So if we apply this, it will look like a big old cylinder shape on your head, or almost at its point like a lampshade, but we're going to make this into a neck. So let's go and tune this and get it into the right place. Bringing this down, expanding on the scale as usual, and heading straight down. So with the up and down, maximize it up to 1. The front and back, we're going to put this as 0.51. And then the tilt, we're going to put to minus 0.10, just like this. And then the yaw stays as 0. The roll stays as 0. The scale comes down to 0.79. And then with the width, height, and depth, now these are going to be brought down quite a bit. So the width, we're going to put as 0.27. Height, we're going to go as 0.78. And finally, the depth, we're going to put as 0.26. And with that in place, we're looking fairly good at this point. But it will all make sense. I know it looks a bit odd at the moment, but it will make sense once we get the actual head and the face on. So with that being said, I think that's what we should move on to next. Under the hat section, what you want to do is search for open-minded, or just open. Yep, you might need to put the word minded in because there's quite a few items. But if you enter open-minded, you will be left with this one result, which is the one we need. So what we're going to do is just equip this. And as you can see, as it's placed on your character, it's completely wrong. So what we're going to do is go and amend this to make it sit correctly. So coming to this menu where you tune everything, what we want to do is just follow these steps here. So leaving left and right as it is, the up and down needs to be 0.33. Likewise, the front and back is also 0.33. The tilt we're going to have is a minus 1.57. And with the yaw, we're leaving it as 0. The roll is staying as 0. And the scale, we're going to maximize to 1.20. The width stays as 1, height 1, and depth 1, which means at this point, we are done with this item and it's now currently in place. So this is now looking awesome and getting to the point of looking familiar to what we're trying to create. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish with the head section by adding the eyes. So this is exactly what we'll do. Head to the accessories, go to the face section and search for Cyclops. What you should do, what you will find, is these ones just here. I'm going to choose these two. I mean, it doesn't really matter which ones you choose. Obviously these two, don't choose those, but out of these 4, because we're going to add a texture over the top, so it's going to look completely different anyway. So with that being said, let's head into the tuning menu and get these eyes put into place. So what I'm going to do is just move the bottom one to the far right. That's right, off the face and looking a bit awkward. But what we can do is head back to the first eye and just quickly go through these. So with the left and right, we've got minus 0.33. The up and down, we're going to go with just 0.01. In fact, it's such a minor movement. It must be done for a particular reason. Then it's 0.05. And then with this, it's 0. Yaw is 0. Roll is 0. And the scale, we're going to put up to 1.10. So it's just about there. And then with these 3, you can leave them all as 1. And as you can see, the eye is now into place and it's looking pretty good. So I think what we'll do is we'll just shift over to the next eye and get that one done. Cool, so heading on to the next eye, what we're going to do is basically replicate what we've just done. What I will say the only difference is going to be is this is going to be a positive 0.33 instead of minus. And then the up and down and everything else is very similar. So if you can remember what we've just done, basically you want to replicate it. But if not, just follow as I go along here. And eventually you will get to the point where we are done. Just like so. As you can see, nice and easy for the eyes and are now symmetrical, which is obviously a good winning point. But that basically completes the head. And I know you're probably looking at this going,
this looks really bizarre.
But you gotta wait, we haven't got any textures on it yet, nor have we got the clothes on to make him purple. So at this point in time, bear with me, it will look the part. So now I think what we'll move on to is the bit which will require a game pass. So it's optional, but also saying that, because I know not all of you have got the game pass to be able to do this section now, I've made this character for free, which you can use the code at the end of the video if you wish to. So what we're gonna do is now move over to these items. And what you wanna do is go to the accessories and then go to shoulder and search for Phantom. What this will do is bring you up 2 results, which are 2 hands. And what we're going to do as we're here is just equip them both, because annoyingly, they just go to the top of the head. Like, I don't even know what the point of this is. Like, you know what? I don't know. But that's besides the point, because we're going to move these to be somewhere more useful, which is obviously on our feet, because as the character does, it has hands for feet. Okay, so to start off with, we want to make sure we have got the Phantom left shoulder item selected, which is this one just here. And then what you want to do is attach it to his left, which is our right, foot. So it should go placed down here, and it should look a bit odd like it does at the moment, but give me a minute and we will get this all sorted. So with that being said, let's get it all done placed. So with the left and right, you want to put it as minus 0.5, and then with the up and down, you want it as minus 0.56, and in the front and back, you're going to want it to have 0.08. So with the tilt, you're going to want this as 0.88, and in the yaw, you're going to want it as 1.26, and the roll, you want to follow up with 1.19, and with the scale, you're going to want to set this to maximum, likewise with the width, and then with the height, you're going to want to put this as 0.71, and the depth is 0.86. And what you should have then is something that looks like this, which I know looks odd, but for some reason with this character, the rest of his foot goes underground. So this actually stays above ground, which then looks the part and looks really good. So now we've done the one, let's get the other one put into place, and then we are done with the feet. So very similar to the last time, let's attach this to the bottom of our left and his right leg and attach it to the foot. And then at this point, let's go through and set this to be the right place. So left and right, you're going to have it as minus 0.05. Up and down, you want to have it as minus 0.60. The front and back, you want it as 0. The tilt, you're going to want it as 0.69. The yaw, you want to put it as minus 0.139. And the roll, you want to have it as minus 0.138. And with the scale, like last time, you want to set this up to maximum, as well as the width, and then set the height to be 0.71, and obviously the depth to be 0.86. And that will leave you with something like this, almost like he's got some kind of weird hand shoes on top of his shoes. Don't ask, that's just how it looks, but it's fine because it works for what we're trying to achieve. So at this point, we have now got everything attached to the character that we need, and it actually comes down to the more exciting part of adding the texture, which brings it all together. So what we're going to want to do is going to basically copy and paste this first code, because it's going to be purple, and we're going to use that for quite a few of these items. So the code you're going to want to use is this one just here. Bear in mind, it will also be in the description below for you to copy and paste if you're on a PC to make your life easier. So we'll just copy that and set it straight off the bat. The first one's done, and we'll do it for the next crayon item. And then we'll move to the cylinder, which was being used or is being used as the neck. So we'll blend that in as being purple. And also for the head or the open-minded item, we want to apply the purple texture to this. And as you can see, it's now slowly coming together, which is really, really cool. And then with the eyes, we got a different texture for those, but for the hands, we want to make these purple as well. So with the same code, just paste that into there, and likewise with this item just here. And that will leave us with just putting the textures for the eye, which you're going to want to use this code we've got here. So this code here should be one we've used before. It's back when we made blue from Rainbow Friends. This is the texture we made for the eye. We're just going to reuse this because it works really, really well. And obviously with this second eye, and as you can see, the face is now looking like the real thing, which is really cool, especially with the eyes, because these textures really do help with that. But what we are missing, as you can probably see, is the arms and the legs. Now with this, we have managed to find some items. So if we go to clothing, go to import, and what you want to do is use this code here for the top, which is going to be in the description below for you to copy if you wish to. And it's basically purple alien, nice and easy. So let's equip that. And then what we want to do is equip the pants, which is going to be this code just here, which will give us basically the same, or the lower half of the same outfit, also named Purple Alien. So now that is equipped, and we are left with just the hands. The hands are the final thing to color coordinate. So let's just go over to the menu, go to purple, and then I'm going to choose this one here and select it to be applied. So just like that, it's looking pretty good. So to really bring this character together, what we want to do is go to the animation menu, and for the idol, I have chosen this one just here, which the name of it is just this one on the screen, because I think this is really well suited for him. And then for the walking style, I've decided to go with this one just here. It's the same character. And for the run, finally, I've gone with this one just here. So as you can see, that is my version of Purple Prototype, or the Ventless Purple, whatever name you want to give it. And I'm sure you're looking at this at the moment and go,
Well, his feet are above the floor.
but when we go back to the normal idle stage, you can see here, the feet actually is above the ground, but the shoes are sunk underneath, as I mentioned previously. I don't know why it does this, but it does, and we've worked with it. But obviously, if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!